A few years ago, I met this gentleman at a remand center, and he was saying to me, Dan, I'm a drug addict. But not only am I a drug addict, my parents are drug addicts, my siblings are drug addicts, and all my friends are drug addicts. And so if I want to overcome my addiction, I got to move to a new place, and I got to meet new people. I have to begin my life over again. You know, this is really the same situation in the first reading from the book of the prophet Ezekiel. The people are powerless. You know, and it's not that they're in their graves, but it's like it's a symbolic language that they are in their graves because they're in exile, they're in darkness, they're in despair, and yet they're about to witness the power of the Holy Spirit that's going to raise them to new life. And they will not only be a blessing for themselves and each other, but a blessing for others who will witness this great transformation that God will offer. And really, this is what is also emphasized in the second reading, is the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead dwells within each one of us. And so each and every day we daily surrender to that Holy Spirit. You know, we have to allow the Spirit to work in us and through us so that we not only experience the blessing of the Spirit, but so do the people in our lives. In the Gospel reading, you know, this is the first time that John names friends of Jesus. We have Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. And you know, it's so important for Jesus, who's fully human, to experience the gift of friendship, and how important that was just to kick back with people and just to be present with people. And what a blessing that is. It's not till later on that Jesus calls the disciples friends. Now, word is sent to Jesus, and yet he hesitates. But he hesitates because he wants to show the people that he has power over physical death. You know, last Sunday he showed he had power over blindness. This Sunday he's showing he has power over death. And what a blessing that is to hold firm to that. Now, when Jesus eventually does first come to Martha, you know, she kind of reprimands him. You know, if you would have been here, my brother wouldn't have died. Because she knows that Jesus has the gift of healing. But she believes in the resurrection at the end of time. But Jesus responds, I am the resurrection and the life. You know, resurrection is a present moment thing. You know, as soon as we have accepted and committed our lives to Jesus Christ, we each and every day can experience resurrection through the Holy Spirit. God can raise us out of our sin. God can raise us out of our attitudes that might be sluggish or poor at the time. God can give us new perspectives. And then when Mary comes, you know, she also has this gift of faith, but she also reprimands Jesus as well. But then we see a bit of the humanness of Jesus. He's greatly disturbed. He's greatly disturbed because of the crowd that are crying. You know, today they're crying. The next day they will send Jesus to the cross. You know, it's a little bit baffling, but it's this sign, this power that Jesus reveals that's going to lead him to his death on a cross. Because people will begin to believe in Jesus if he has the power of resurrection. And so we have to put an end to this guy. It's just not right. It just doesn't make sense. But then Jesus becomes sad. He reveals his humanity. You know, he's surrounded by sadness, and he would have experienced Lazarus in many beautiful ways, and he knows that Lazarus is dead, and he weeps. And it's not just a tear coming down his cheek. I mean, it's a full-on crying. But as Jesus invites Lazarus to come out, Lazarus has to depend on other people to unbind him, to let him go. You know, true friends are friends that both challenge us to be better people, but they also support us and help unbind us and help us to let things go that we need to let go. And so as we gather around the table, Lord, you know, our true friend once again comes to us in a very unique and a very special way, to remind us that our true friend is with us so that we can be true friends to the people in our lives.